Why is it that society teaches our youth that if they seek a skilled trade as a career path, it's because they are not as smart or successful as other students? When I was in college, if you were getting a degree in precision machining technology, diesel mechanics, industrial maintenance, or anything like that, you were seen as a student that couldn't make it academically, and that's why you were in a vocational program. Kids are being taught that technical careers are for those who are less intelligent, and it's sad. And it's simply not true. Some of the smartest people I've ever met in my life are working in the manufacturing trade. I think a lot of the problem is because academics don't truly understand what manufacturing is or how it works, which is probably why when they hear the title Machinist, they assume you work on an assembly line in a factory. A lot of people don't give it any thought of how things are made, and they just want to know that when they go to the store, it's sitting on the shelf ready for purchase. But in order to do that, someone had to design the product, and someone had to look at that design and create a manufacturing process from raw material to a finished product. Someone had to refine that process to make the product affordable, and then someone had to market it and sell it. But before you can market a product or sell it, you obviously have to be able to manufacture it, and you can't do that if you don't have skilled labor. Technical people are the ones that take an idea or a concept and make it into reality. Obviously, not everyone is meant to be a doctor or a lawyer. Everyone's mind works differently, and I don't believe intelligence should be or can be measured by a few tests sitting in a classroom environment. I've seen people who are incredibly smart academically that couldn't check the oil in their car. And I've seen people who barely graduated high school that can tear down an entire engine and put it all back together in a day. In a recent video, Barry talked about all the variables you have to think about when you're a machinist, like what machine you have available, what's the horsepower and torque, what tools you're going to use, feeds and speeds, work holding, material properties, literally thousands of things you have to keep in mind when producing a part. Barry and I actually had a conversation when we worked together at a previous job about how frustrating it is when we would create the entire process to machine the most complex part we've ever seen in our career, but only a handful of people could truly appreciate the triumph in the end. We always felt like we deserved some type of celebration for completing the part when nobody else would even quote it, but yet people with no machining experience or technical background would walk up to it and look at the part and be completely unimpressed, and they would actually be annoyed that it took so long to get the part done. Then we would walk over a machinist or a programmer that we were interviewing, and they would look at the part and their eyes would get really big and they would just look over at us like, how in the world did you guys do this? But it's because they understood the complexities and the knowledge and experience that it took to manufacture a good product. There's a lot of people that love clerical work. Spreadsheets, charts, scheduling, customer service, all that boring stuff. For the rest of us, we would be miserable doing this type of work. We don't mind physical labor because we want to work with our hands. We love the constant challenge and honing in our problem-solving skills. We can't stand to do the same task day in and day out. That's why job shops are so fun, because you never know what's going to walk through the door, what challenges you will be presented with. It's something new every day. And a lot of people still believe you can't be successful with a technical career. But I know several people that make six-figure salaries in this trade, and I know several that were able to go out on their own and start their own shop and are now making seven figures. But I keep seeing it time and time again. People get pushed into getting degrees that sound good on paper, so they do little or no research on the market they're getting into, and they end up spending years getting a bachelor's or master's degree just to find out that the market is saturated because everyone else was pushed to do the same thing. So they end up not being able to find a job, and they are the ones that end up working on an assembly line in a factory because they had to take the first job available due to their crushing student loan debt. I've also seen people get some crazy degree that there never was any market for, and I wondered why those courses were even offered. Things like this happen so much that when I would see people years later, not only would they be surprised that I found a job after I graduated using my degree, but they couldn't believe I was still using it to this day. Bottom line is we need to stop treating technical careers like they are a backup or a last resort and encourage people with mechanical abilities that they can go the technical route and be just as successful as anyone else. A skilled trade can take you into 1,000 different directions, all with various levels of success. And if there is anything that I've learned along the way, it's number one, no matter what you do in life, you will only get out of it what you put into it. There is no substitution for good work ethic. And number two, if you don't enjoy your career, and if it doesn't make you happy, then it doesn't matter how much money you make or how successful you are, you're not going to stick with it, and you will eventually find something else to do. I hope all of you are able to pursue a career in what you're passionate about. I know I'm thankful every day for finding a career in machining, which has held my interest throughout the years and has provided a good living for my family. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below, and we'll see y'all next time.